Okay, I can see how the wind is blowing, so listen. First things first, we do need to set up our quads a bit different, and I do kinda need to farm a few more quads. So going actually to the tower is probably not a good idea straight. What we're gonna do is instead we're gonna do all the talking points, get everything done. Then I'm going to make a save game in the city, and then we are going to start from there basically next time. In the in-between, I'm actually going to try to get some extra free spending time. That's gonna be fun to find an opportunity for that, but well, so be it. I will make do. And then I will actually farm that. Now the question I do kinda ask myself right now is, do I actually want to stream that? Honestly, it's not going to be that interesting because it's just me running my head straight into some shining poms over and over and over again. I'll think about it. Let's say it like this. Maybe, I mean, technically speaking, if you want to showcase a game in its full capacity. Give me a second while I drop my positioning and my pipe. And the doctor's gonna kill me for smoking my pipe, and I have me with my throat anyway, but just don't tell him, okay? It's gonna be a little secret between just you, me, and, well, potentially the rest of the world. Well, let's not think about it too deeply, shall we? Better. Genau, the website. Oh yeah, presentation. But technically, if we want to present a game in its full, in its absolute state, basically from beginning to end, in not necessarily even a let's play format, but basically as long as your goal is to actually showcase A to Z of game, whatever. Then in a game like this, of course, the grinding you do would potentially be a good part of it, but it's not really entertaining to watch necessarily, because it's basically just repetitive stuff, of course. I mean, grinding is by its nature repetitive. That's kind of what it is meant to be. Like, for example, that money making with cooking. That's just repetitive stuff, but it's a part of the game you should make use of if you're smart. Otherwise, you're going to run out of money very quickly, very often. On the other side, though, there is also, of course, the counter argument always. Most games are somewhat set up that you can beat them without any grind, potentially. It's going to be harder and more of a challenge, but not impossible. That's really not my style to do it. Kinda between. For the moment, I'm leaning more into the yes direction, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna make it as a compromise. I'm actually going to say it like this. The next episode will definitely be a grind episode, and we're going to do it sometime this week, so get it out of the way with, and we can then continue. I will, however, specifically name it with something with grind in the title, so you can just zap over it and go like, oh, it's the grinding episode, I'm going to not watch that. So you actually have the option. As for actual content, apart from, you know, the repetitive grind, is probably going to be a lot of ramblings of my own about this, that, and other nonsense. As long as I don't strain my voice overly much, that shouldn't really be a problem. So, you know, not much more of the good old-fashioned Estelle voice, transvestite magician voice. Yes. Sadly, I will have to cut short on that for a while, but at least in a grind episode, that shouldn't really be a problem. And maybe as long as I, you know, take that fucking advice to heart and actually take my prescribed healthy stuff, maybe that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I think we're gonna I think that's a good middle way, actually. It's always good to make quick decisions. Also, just to make sure, let me quickly write a little note. There's my pen. Next one. The sweet. The 52. that I actually know that is for this week and not for some other week. And I just called episode right. Yes. Good, right. Okay. Now, put that one away, and now we're back in action. Oh, that was some crazy business they had over in Zeiss. I was thinking of traveling out to the Republic. But after that terrorist attack, I don't feel very safe. Oh, obviously not. Also, if you prefer the soundtrack of Elmo Village to Zeiss, you can also do the apple cooking tricky here, basically, if you so mind. All the adults are in shock because of what happened in Zeiss, but Quantai and the other kids are outside play. I think I was happiest when I was a young boy. About Quantai's age when I first met my wife. Well, that's good for you, I guess. Rarely do relationships that start that early evolve into anything serious, actually. Sounds like something big happened over in Zeiss. The world's getting to be quite a scary place. Hope all that insanity doesn't find its way to this place. Good point. Hello, how have you been? I heard about the burglary at the Eastern Factory. It had me a little bit worried. Still, these things do happen. Shame, but still. All people wanted to talk about today was that incident in Zeiss. Here they are on the Great Resort, and that's what they all want to discuss. How's that for them? Kinda is. Don't remember if I actually had that in my cooking inventory yet. I do. Actually, we're not missing that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I missed one somewhere along the way. This food is very authentic. Yeah, I come all this way. Should like to try some rambeld cooking. An Eastern man. Why are you sitting at an Eastern Inn then if you want some local cuisine? Why don't you go to the city, where you'll probably get one? One of the local specialities or something. Yeah, you mention it, but there's some kind of incident in Zeiss. What's the world coming to? Oh, nothing actually. Just how it always has been. Oh, it's my turn for your questions. But spread already. Something was stolen from the Central Factory, right? Embrace a sure hard-working bunch of people. I mean, kinda, but we're not really supposed to be here. Technically speaking, we're supposed to be heading to the tower ASAP. Make sure that those culprits don't escape. But you know, rushing in an RPG is it's the most obnoxious waste you can do. It was quite a dangerous incident in Zeiss. Good thing we decided to come here early. Oh, I can just take a bath here. Oh, right, I can. It should restore my CP, shouldn't it? Yes, it does. Fucking full CP. Also, just to make sure. What the fuck do you have? Ah, you idiot. I don't know why he starts. I mean, from this moment on, he has access to Final Break, which is his better S-Craft. Why would you just set this up to this one? In a kind of fucking Final Break. I do like it that the texts don't align. That's the right one. See, it stays. The text is boggy. Barrage, Black Fang. If I should go back into the menu, will that actually help? Yeah, it will. Okay, so it just doesn't change immediately. I see. That's interesting. I never actually realized. I was just like, why doesn't my text change? I see now. I ate a little from the staff, but was there really an attack in Zeiss? News has spread here just by word of mouth. That must be quite a mess in Zeiss. Oh, you'd be surprised, but there's actually the one point, yeah, that people seem to underestimate a bit, but word of mouth spreads fucking fast, fucking far. That's why many people who actually run stores, you know, the managers and stuff, make very much sure that their people understand to be nice to their customers. Because getting a bad reputation is easy, getting rid of that is really hard. Yet they still haven't caught those criminals in Zeiss. Yes, an army base near the town. I like to believe things are safe. Terrorism struck right at the heart of the city. Safe is not an option. Why does everybody care so much about the other side of the mountain? You guys act like such little kids. I mean, they are. You know the spring on the other side of the mountain. I've heard all about it, but I've never seen it for real. I'd go right now if it weren't for these stupid fence. Hot spring there has got to be gigantic. It's been giving us hot water for years and still hasn't dried up. Wish I could see it once. I mean, wouldn't that be because the water comes actually from some of the underground veins? As long as those don't dry up, you should get water for like, oh, eternity? I don't know. I mean, you know, just as well as a well can dry up, things can happen, yes, but there's a lot of water traveling underground, let's just say. Let's avoid the monsters, because we're not here to fight them, actually.